right. Let's see. Okay, are we live? I think we're live. I think we're live. Yep, we're live. So cool. Let's go ahead and we are going to check out what's going on. We just picked a day from Market Replay, and we're going to operate on Poet getting ready to see how we trade on July 14th, 2026. Now, let's go over our Poet settings. Poet settings for today, we're not trading yet. So we have a daily profit target of 5,000, okay? Because of that, and remember, we're copy trading this. So I am pushing it to the limits here. I am seeing what the best that Poet can do and trying to keep it conservative with our sizing. Not our sizing on our risk per trade. We're putting that at 1,000, okay? So we're going with a 5X here, a 5R that we're trying to make for the day. My target, I'm gonna keep my target at 1R per trade, okay? Not a huge target. We're probably gonna leave a ton of money on the table, but the idea is that we are taking multiple trades and we're capturing that profit per trade, right? So we're gonna go with CE here, and we're trailing as well, giving it a trail distance of 1R. And so let's go ahead, and we're gonna start at 11 o'clock like I tell everyone to do. And so let's just go ahead and send it and see what trades Poet takes and why. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this at 50X so we can watch the trails. Usually I'll put it at 500X for brevity, but it's too fast for you to see it. You know, I can see it just fine, but it's too fast for you to see it if it's at 500X. So I'm just gonna put it at 50X, and we're starting here at 11 o'clock. On the 2-minute chart, let's send it. Here we go. Okay, she's coming up. Make sure that we're good because I'm not seeing any trades yet. Yeah, okay, there's a trade. 11 micros on this contract, or on this trade. It's not tagging it in yet. I don't like it when it gets too far away from it like that. It makes me think it's going to go back through it. Okay, so we changed directions. Okay, so we're in a trade. It's trailing down. Yeah, all right. Okay, so that's the first one. That would have gone actually further, I think. Pull back. Comes down again. Okay, we're still in the same direction. This is how I designed it. I designed it to take these stair steps like that, right? That's what I want to see. I wanted that to happen. And it moves down with it. If it doesn't tag it in, fine. It goes to the next one. Remember, this is copy traded, so you can copy trade this. Okay, we have a trailing floor. Our floor is armed at 700. We have a daily high of 28.37. You can see we're at 28.37 right now. Dude, this is just like win after win. This is what happens when you have the stair steps. So you can copy trade this across however many prop firm accounts you have. You know, we have guys with 10 or 20 prop firm accounts. By the way, results not typical. You can lose money trading, all that stuff. This is just an exceptional time right now, but it's because it's, you know, it's given some good wins here. But this happens, you know. Losing days will happen, obviously, but this is turning out to be a good one. All right. Why don't you come on up? All right, we're at, come on. It's trailing it. It's trailing it. I don't know if it's going to get the, okay. You see why we're doing the 1Rs? Because the 1Rs, they either win fast or they fail fast. Oh, look at this. Okay. What time is that? 1:08 p.m. It stopped it stopped it. It stopped it stopped the bot. Daily cap hit 46.88 and another 334 at 5-second close. Why is it 48.39? Oh, because it took a loss right there on slippage. That's what it was. Okay. Well, still not too bad, not too shabby. 48.39 on going back the other direction. You know, anything can happen in 5 seconds, right? And that's what happened. So it triggered the close, and then before it did, it went back up towards the other way before it closed it. So, c'est la vie. That happens. But we didn't get to 5K. We got here to 48.39. Not bad, not bad. That is a good day of trading. Now did it even take one loss besides this last one that was just slippage basically? I don't think it did. That's not typical. Okay, that's not typical to take a bunch of trades and have no losses. What this is, especially not in August. Right now we're in August. This is last month. What it shows me is that when we have these really predictable stair-step Fibonacci pullback movements that aren't giving us trades in the wrong direction, right? That it's a very profitable machine. This is the way that I designed Poet to work, you know, to take the trade, hit the fair value gap, run it up, go to take profit, you know, and in the direction of the fair value gaps. That's how it's supposed to work right there. This is the textbook designed day that I wanted. This is the textbook experience that I wanted for Poet when I created it. And guys, I wish I would have been trading on this day with Poet across 20 accounts. That would have been $100,000 day almost. Huge. Again, you know, past performance does not indicate future results, but this shows exactly. This is why I love market replay. It shows you tick for tick exactly how your machine functions, how your strategy functions. We have this a bit available. You can join us at SWATrade. The link is in the description. You can get Poet. Tells you how to do that inside the description. It tells you how to do that inside of SWATrade. You know, I want you to learn how this works. I want you to learn how the market works before you get it. We have classes for that and all that kind of stuff. But this is, by the way, this is not a loss leader for us. You know, this is where we're headed. You know, I see a lot of guys selling a cheap bot, trying to get people to buy their course. I don't give a shit if you buy my course or not. You know, at the end of the day, you don't have to do this. I don't need, at this point, as you can see, this thing functions. I don't need anybody to buy courses from me. You know, this is purely a function of what I've offered my people at SWATrade to teach them how to create freedom in their lives. I want good people around me. You know, that's what this is. I want good people around. That's why I created SWATrade. That's why I was sick of seeing people get ripped off by traders that were, you know, trading their money for them and stealing it and all this other stuff. These crypto scams and all this other things. I wanted to show people how to be able to trade for themselves. And then you learn how to trade, and then you automate it. And I built Poet to automate what it is that I teach. That's it. And and this is, you can see, this is simple. This is a simple methodology that's repeatable, proven right here. You know, and we do this all the time. So, and yeah, some days are tougher than others. But what I'm finding is that when you have a conservative strategy. I'm not looking to make 10R in a day. Okay, I'm looking to make 3 to 5R in a day. This is a push day. This is a day where we really push it. This is a $100,000 account, and we're risking 1% per trade. Okay, that's it, 1% per trade. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, right here, for a prop firm, if this is for your own account, great. For a prop firm, trade smaller. If you have a $100,000 prop firm account, which is what this is actually designed for, you know, there's no reason that we shouldn't do $500 per trade, or you know what, $250 per trade. You've got 20 accounts. If you have 20 accounts, you're doing $250 a trade, and say you want to make 5x that. Okay, so $1,250. We have our daily loss limit here. You're going to notice that this thing arms at a percentage of the daily target. So what's cool about that is that once it gets to 50% of the daily target, it's going to arm at so floor arms at 50% of the daily target. The floor retains 25% of the day high. So if your day high is 1,000, your floor is going to be at 250. And so if it trades back down and hits 250, it'll close it out and it'll lock it in. So let's go ahead and just see what that looks like. We're going to go ahead and rerun this. We start at 11 o'clock because that's when most of the volatility is over and the market can kind of get going in one direction. That's why I tell people to start trading at 11 o'clock usually. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and run it back to 11. Close enough. Remember, we have to rearm our strategy here. Okay, we're at 11. And let's go ahead and send it. Try to blow this up for you a little bit so you can see what's actually happening here. I think it's going to start turning around, right? So now it's trading 2 micros instead of 11, which is fine. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, we're in the first one. Because remember, if you're copy trading this across 20 accounts, it's okay to make $1,000. I mean, come on, man. You know, you don't have to be greedy just because we're trading here. All right, so we're risking $250 per trade instead of 1,000. And why 250? Because we want some ABs here. You know, we want to be able to come to bat multiple times on a choppy day and not blow our account. You know, and anybody that's an experienced trader can see what's going on here. It's just that what the methodology that it took that is not new. But what we see here is that it's highly effective, right? So we're at 609 right now. The trailing floor has not armed yet. Okay, now we have a trailing floor of 198. You can see right here. You see our trail walking up behind it. You know, I want you to learn how to use this machine, not just, this is not an appliance. This is not a toaster. You don't plug it in and make money. You know, that's lazy. I don't make things for lazy people. And I'm not saying you're lazy. I'm saying that there are some people that just expect this to, you know, you plug it in and it's an appliance, and that's it. All right, 725 here. Now, why is it changing? It's changing. Why is it different than 1,000? Because it's not taking the trades the same way. It's risking less, and so now you're seeing a different side of it, right? Now it's getting into some chop. Is he going to trail it, or is he going to? What's he going to do here? You know, now it's trailing it. Don't hit it. Oh, okay, hit it anyway. But if it's going to lose, it lost less, right? That's the point of the trail. That's the point of the trail. All right, that was a good one. Back up to 741 now. We almost hit 1250. We almost hit 5. That's why I usually say, you know, in the summer, especially late summer, I like to have it at 3R instead of 5R. But even 4R here would have hit 1,000 and it would have been fine. When it flattens out like this, is just not ideal. But even at $300, man, you got 10 accounts. I mean, base hits is what this is about. Look how flat this is. Look how flat this is. You know, you don't want to be trading in an environment that is that flat. It's got a little bitty fair value gap right there. All right, that's good. Got another one, so we're back up to 954. This whole thing is going to flatten at 5 o'clock. I've got it set to close all trades at 1,700 until the next session. Now we're getting a little more movement here in the afternoon. Ooh. Oh, you heartbreaker. Oh, now you're going to go the other way, aren't you? Oh, you scheisse. You schmuck. $1,000. We're back up above 1,000. Nope. Doesn't want to give it to us today. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is showing us the back and forth, the battle. The battle. Poet's doing battle right now. Come on back down, baby. Ah. Oh, what a nightmare. 632. Still got a floor, though. We're not going to lose today. We have a floor. 843. Usually it's 4 o'clock that where it gets flat. It got flat in the middle here this time. Okay. 1053. Back up over 1,000. Now it's going to start getting really ugly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's that 4 p.m. flatness. Come on, 1271. What? 1271. Look at that. 430, it hits 1271. That's why you don't turn the damn thing off. That's why you don't turn it off. I mean, I've had people that say that they lose a couple of trades and they turn it off because they get scared. Dude, what's the point of having a working bot if you get scared and turn it off? What's the point? Tell me, what is the point of having a working bot if you get scared and turn it off and then the rest of the day could end up going to your TP? You know how many times I've seen that happen? It takes 3 shitty trades in the morning maybe even in a row. You lose $450 because you're smart and you're risking low, or it's down $750, but then it turns around and it hits a 2 or 3 hour trade, and boom, you're back. You're back in the black. I mean, it's a it's you gotta let it work. You know, we're trading in a probabilistic environment. This is probabilities. If you don't understand or care to understand what probabilities are and how that works, either you're not paying attention to the training or you're not meant to trade. You need to understand that probabilities and losses are part of the deal. You know, it's, again, this is not an appliance. It's not a toaster. This is designed to do exactly what you just saw. I didn't know this was going to happen. You know, I mean, I was cool with it going nearly to 5,000. I did not know that this was going to do such battle all day from 11 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. almost. And let's see what time that closed out. 4:28. That's at 4:28 p.m. on the 2-minute candle. I'm impressed. This does not happen every day. You know, it doesn't happen every day. But it doesn't mean I'm not impressed with it. This is designed for the gentleman or the lady that wants to create more time, that wants to have more time in his or her life, that wants to leave a legacy for their kids, that wants to do these things. You know, I've written about retirement planning. I'm a retirement planner, have been for a long time by trade. And I'm also from the oil and gas industry, and I've seen what happens when people lose money in 401ks and whatnot. So I've developed a system that allows us to utilize products that don't have risk involved. My dream for people is to be able to use the machine that I created here, learn how to trade, learn this life skill of manual day trading, automate it with Poet, and then be able to fund their retirement and fund the future for their children and their grandchildren. And I'm not talking about leaving lumps of cash in a bank account somewhere that's going to get taxed to hell. No, I'm talking about creating a rolling over family legacy like we have for Custos. That means guardian in Latin, and which you can find on SWATrade.com. All that information's there. But yeah, so I'm very pleased with this, and very cool. We do this every day, and if you want to get more information on this, subscribe now and go ahead and check us out, and we'll be able to make sure you click that notification bell. Click that notification. That way, whenever we're on this, you can see it, and you'll be able to participate, and you'll be able to jump on the live stream, and you can ask questions. All right.